Hello, hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing wonderful. How are you?
I'm great, thank you.
Oh, good. Well, we are so happy to have you on with us today because there's so much to discuss here. After saying this, I wish I could jump through the phone and give you a hug. But that's just that's the theme. The I will survive. It just keeps going. You never thought it would come back to you quite like this, right?
Well, no, I didn't know what was going to happen, but I did wonder how in a song called I Will Survive, Not Survive.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you couldn't have that song be such a big hit and big inspiration and then not survive yourself. So you're continuing to fight, right?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
I love that. Well, the thing is when people watch this movie and they see just, how much that you've been through and how much, it will provide a lot of inspiration. And that's kind of what you're hoping here, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Whole purpose.
Hmm.
Yes.
And it has had to have been just such an interesting journey, just going, at that point, just changing genres, writing whole new songs, doing all that. But the fact that you did it, tell us a little bit about that journey because that was something.
Well, it's been quite a journey because it was something that I wanted to do for many, many years prior, but my previous management was not interested, but kept stringing me along and saying, "Oh, yeah, as soon as we finish this, as soon as we finish that, we'll do it," and I kept going along because he was my husband. And he's not only my husband, but also my manager. I'm thinking that he knows more about the business than I do. So I had every reason to think that I should do what he says and follow his lead until it just got to be too much. And um, and finally I had to break away for personal reasons and for business reasons and make my own path. And so I did that, believing that I was following the will of God for my life. And if I'm doing that, then it's going to be fine because I believe that what God calls you to do, He equips you to do. And so I felt that I would be fine. Not that it wouldn't be a struggle, not that it wouldn't be difficult, but I would be able to do it. And I've also learned that there's not a whole lot that you learn without struggle and difficulty.
Yeah, well said. Well, and also getting in touch with your spirituality, which is something that was even, even more so recently, right?
Absolutely, absolutely recognizing, like I said, that you can depend on God and then doing that. We so often go to him, we cry out to him, we ask him for things, we ask him for questions, we ask him for wisdom and guidance, and then we run ahead of him and do things our own way anyway, and then we wonder why we fail.
That is true. I'm laughing because I do that all the time myself.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
You ask him a question and then you don't wait for an answer.
yeah. Well, the thing is, you've been inspiring people for years, and now this will inspire people even more so. But, people look up at that stage, you make it look so easy, and it just flows out of you. But what kind of advice would you give to people that want to follow in your footsteps?
People want to follow my footsteps musically.
Yes. Mhm.
First of all, make sure somebody else thinks you have talent besides you and your mother.
Yeah.
Okay. And then be busy honing your craft, always trying to make it better, and keeping it up to par. Don't get complacent and think that you've got it made just because you have a little bit of success. You always have to be keeping it sharp, keeping yourself sharp, and keeping yourself knowing what's going on around you in the business. Surround yourself with people who you can trust, and most of all, keep people near you who knew you when,
Hmm.
because they are the ones that are going to keep you grounded.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you might be familiar with my co-host Drew Pearson, one of our great NFL greats, a
Mm.
Dallas Cowboy legend, caught the Hail Mary, went in the Hall of Fame, and of course, he wanted me to make sure that I asked you your Hail Mary moment, which is that moment in your life or career you just had to go for it, and it worked out for you. I know you had a few, but what are you
Yeah,
supposed
well, I think the biggest one was when I let go of what I thought was my anchor
to? Hmm.
and grabbed a hold of the real anchor, God, and said, I'm ready. I'm ready for this. I'm ready to go forward and I'm ready for whatever comes as long as I know that I have you at the helm. Someone said to me recently, or I read a sign recently that said, if God is your co-pilot, you need to change seats. So I changed seats.
Yeah. I love that. And part of that is that success mindset that I will survive in your mind that you're going to do this. Is there something that you tell yourself every day or tell yourself often that kind of keeps you on that right path, even when things are tough? Because they're still tough, even with the best pilot.
Yes, they are still tough, but I think probably that the song that the young lady did well, it wasn't that recently, but a couple of years ago, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Hmm.
Yeah, the things that hurt the most are the things that probably make you the strongest, do the most to make you stronger.
Hmm.
Because I've always said easy's boring. So
Yeah.
it would be easy for me to latch on to that.
Yeah. Absolutely. And you must get such a great sense of joy now. Every time you hear that song, you could be in the mall, the grocery store, you could be anywhere. Or, when just people figure out, oh, that's you, and they
Uh,
want to talk to you about it.
you
It's
know,
just
Nothing gives me greater pleasure than seeing people singing along when I am in public, and I do hear it in a supermarket or in a department store, and I see people dancing along and I can see them being inspired. I can see them being encouraged and uplifted, and they have no idea that the maker of that song is watching them. But that
mm,
gives me such joy.
yeah. Well, and of course we learn a whole lot about you in this film here, and but it's tough to kind of open up your life and share a lot of the things, especially when they're painful. Did you have any sort of reservations about, can I really do this?
Well, at first, but then as I thought about it, I recognized I'm not smart enough to make an original mistake. So, so, so people have gone through whatever it is I've gone through. Some of them are still in it. And if
Yeah,
I can help them get out of it, if I can help them move forward, if I can help them to progress and be stronger and see the light at the end of the tunnel and know that they can not only survive but thrive, then there's nothing better I can do with my life.
yeah, amazing. And we're gonna keep hearing some more new music from you here pretty soon.
Absolutely. We have music in the making right now. We have several songs that I've been writing with great writers who have written with people like Kylie Minogue and um, I'm always so bad with names, but really young, great artists. And so I've got some good stuff coming forward, stuff that is going to continue to uplift and inspire and encourage people.
Yeah, well, that's the best thing we could do, right? Is just try and give people a little bit of hope, if we can, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Nothing better.
Uh, well, last thing then, I know people will get different things out of this movie depending on what they've been through in their lives, and maybe they're still going through it, like you said. But what is it that you hope will be the main thing besides just learning even more about you? There's so much to get out of this.
I want people to remember that where there's life, there's hope. It's not over till it's over.
Mhm.
And that as long as you hold on to we say God's unchanging hand, you will
Mhm.
make it through and be better for it.
Yes. Yeah. Nah, we could said it any better. That's absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for all the great wisdom and knowledge and sharing your life with us and the great music. And keep doing it. And I look forward to talking to you again very, very soon.
Thank you so much. Me too. God bless you.
Okay.
That was wonderful.
Thank you so much.